There we are. Hey everyone.
Hey guys.
Little different setup today.
Yep.
Waiting for it to kick on.
Mine's on it.
Okay, so it's there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey everyone, how y'all doing?
Hello.
We do a little bit of a different setup today. Not sure how I like it, but it'll work. Also, the computer's like real far away, so I can barely make out what it says. So if we're looking down a lot, it's because we're having to look at our cell phones to follow the comments. Okay, I'll try to click on these and maybe we can read them. Okay, there's Peggy says, "Good evening, Grounds family. Hope all is well." Yep, we're doing pretty good.
Yep.
Here's Cassie said that they wanted to say hello, but they are going to eat. Hope they're having a fun time on their vacation.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, they went without you. Let's see. Sit down. You're not going to keep doing that. Crazy girl. I guess with the stuff up there, it blocks you out. Oh, Izzy, you may have to sit on your knees.
Look at me.
It says, Denise says, "Hey, Grounds family, farm, pray all is well with you and that Kimberly is healing well. Love your videos." Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Which we'll talk a little bit about our latest one in a little bit. Margie says, that is Margie, right? Yeah, Margie says that she's waiting to see the podcast and she enjoys it very much. Well, we appreciate that. There's one Scott says, "Hi, Kevin, Kimberly, Abby, and Izzy."
Hello.
Carolyn Lancaster said she's looking forward to the live tonight and says hello. There's Dean, says he'll be back. Yep. Margie says she's still praying for Kimberly.
Thank you.
What are you doing? Huh? It's a little wild. That's okay. It matches your personality. There's Brooke and Colton, or Brooke or Colton. Says, "Hey everyone." Okay, well, I'm not there yet. I'll get there. Like I said, it's harder with that so far away.
Mm-hmm.
I may try something. No, it'll cut things out. I'll just leave it like it is. That way I don't mess up. Let me just get caught up on here where I'm on my phone and here at the same place. Okay, yep, says they're both there. Okay, got it. There's Candy, says, "Hey, Kevin, Kimberly, Abby, and Izzy. Love y'all from Huntsville, Alabama."
Hello.
Yep, thanks for stopping in. Melinda says, "Hey, y'all."
Hello.
DJ's Adventures
Hi.
and Beyond says, "Hi, everyone." Well,
Brandon.
there's Brandon. Says, "What's going on, guys? Hopefully y'all are having a wonderful day." Maybe it'll just be quicker if I don't worry about clicking on these right now.
Yeah.
We're just going to do that. I'm just going to go through the phone rather than clicking. So if we're looking down, once we get caught up, it won't be as bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and push this to the bottom.
Okay.
Let's see. Debbie says, "Hi, Grounds family. Good to see Kimberly."
Yeah.
Dean's back. Says, "Hey, everyone." Pam says, "Hello from Boston. Thanks for stopping in."
Yeah.
Carolyn Lancaster says, "So good to see Kimberly."
Good to be here.
Dean says he sees us sitting here with our ninja. Asked if you got your sword yet.
Not yet.
Nope, she still has the top knot though.
Hey, it's the best way to keep this hair off these staples.
We did finally count them. There's 28
Yeah.
staples.
It's a span about this big.
Mm.
So that's a lot of staples in a small space.
Nancy says, "Hey, Kimberly, you look great." Oh, Susan says, "Hey," from Susan, the Georgia lady.
And thank you, Nancy.
There's Connie Shea says, "Hi, Kevin, Kimberly, and tell Izzy and Abby hello."
Hello.
Robin Anderson says, "Hey." Emily says, "Hi, y'all, and God bless." Good evening, Grounds family. Kimberly, I hope you're feeling better. And that's from Meg's Little House in the Country. Oh, Jessica says, "Hey, y'all," from Justin, Jessica, and Lindley.
Now it's getting warm in here.
Huh?
Now it's getting warm. And the air
It's-
kicked off.
Because you're wrapped up in a blanket.
I know, but if I don't have it on, then I'm cold.
Okay. Pam says, "Good to see you." Oh, it jumped.
After Jessica's
Isabel says, "Hi, Kimberly."
Hello.
Faye says, "Hi, everyone. Glad Kimberly was able to join."
Me too.
Yeah. Don't know if it'll be a full length live or not, but she's here for now.
Yeah.
Pam says, "It's good to see you." That's
Cimarron.
Cimarron Pass Homestead. Hello from Southwest Missouri. Isabel says, hope your son better, and prayers for you. She is.
Yeah.
She's a lot better from last week.
Yeah.
Still has pain and some dizziness and things like that, but so far, like I said, a lot better.
Yep.
Um,
Candy said, "Hey, y'all, today's my 38th wedding anniversary." And she's still praying for me. Thank you.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, congrats. That's amazing.
Yeah, you can read some of these.
Connie said, "It's good to see Kimberly home with her husband and daughter. Sorry she still has healing process to go through." It's going well, though.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, she's been a lot better. Once we get caught up, we'll
Yeah,
talk more.
I'll
but we're-
explain more. There's
Amanda
Amanda.
says,
Hi.
"Hi, Kevin and Kimberly."
Pam says, "Hi, girls. Happy summer vacation."
She's talking to y'all.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hello.
No school.
Ooh, I like
Gail
Are you
said,
alright? Sleepy?
that.
"Put us in about alive," because she was fine a minute ago.
Yeah, I know.
She got still. Gail, "Hey, my dear friends, continuing to pray for Kimberly."
Thank you so much.
Mary is asking how I'm doing since my surgery. We'll get into that more in a little bit, but I am definitely making a lot of improvements.
I don't like looking down to read. I'm just going to have to make it work.
Jan said hello from California.
Okay, I found it. Cindy says, "Hi, everyone." Pam's asking how you're feeling.
A little sore.
Susan says, "Happy to see you're all doing." Thumbs up. Good.
Jacob Jones I was asking my
About the
eggs case
eggs.
in that.
28 staples in a small area. That just means they don't want nothing to fall out. Now you know you got something up there. Oh, there's Granddad.
Ed Kirkpatrick.
It's good to see Kimberly sitting up. Yeah, she's sitting up most of the time. I don't think you've tried to lay down flat or anything
I
yet.
haven't gotten fully flat yet, but I think I'm down to less than 45-degree angle to sleep. So
Getting better.
yeah.
Isabel says she's missing all you guys.
One Scott said, "Hi, Izzy. How are you doing? You look tired. Are you sleepy?"
Are you going to talk?
Yeah.
No? How come?
Said, "Good to hear, Kevin." Jacob Jones says, "How has being her butler been going, Kevin?"
The bell's about broken. She's used it so much.
Yeah. I'm not a very demanding person.
It's a matter of opinion.
The biggest thing with the girls is like they're folding clothes for me because I can't do any leaning forward and all that. Well, they're actually they're handling most of the laundry for me now with some guidance. But like if I drop anything on the floor, I can't bend over, so I can't pick it up. So they're having to help out with that a lot.
Just ask how are the pigs doing.
Which one?
Your 4-H piggies.
We have like
Your
Yeah,
4-H.
The 4-H
piggies.
ones.
adorable, cute, love eggs.
Yeah, they love extra eggs.
Mm-hmm. Boiled is probably their favorite.
Momo said hi.
Yeah. Brandon, Izzy said you're just like him. If he sits down for any amount of time, he starts to fall asleep.
Patsy said hello, new to our channel. She's from East Tennessee. Heard about us from the Walkers.
Oh,
Thanks
well,
for
good deal.
joining us.
Yep. Glad you stopped in. We're about caught up now, so we can start
Yeah.
talking.
Pam said, "During my rosary every day, Kimberly. Quite the ordeal you've been through." That's the truth. Thumbs up, looking sleepy too.
Are you sleepy?
Me?
Yeah.
Me.
Your thumbs up.
Yeah.
You missed Roberts.
Oh.
Said, Kimberly, she's glad you're improving. Listen to the doctor, prayers, and stay safe. Okay. So now we're caught up.
Well, we were.
What?
Reba said, hello, pretty new to your channel. Thanks to Eddie Family Farm. Enjoying your videos. I'm also from Arkansas.
Oh, neat. What part of Arkansas?
Jacob wants to know how's Blizzard.
Fluffy. Poor bird. Loves to run around.
Getting bigger and bigger.
He's humongous now.
I try to walk outside with Kevin every day a little bit because that way I can keep my endurance up and that kind of thing. And Blizzard has to be put up whenever I'm out there because he doesn't know. He's so sweet and he's big.
He likes to
He's
jump.
huge.
Yeah, he just wants to be loved. He almost jumped over the thing. He learned how to get on the dog thing.
Mhm.
He almost jumped.
Mimi said, hi guys. Hi Abby and Izzy. Nelson says to tell you hi.
Hello.
Are you going to say hi?
Reba said she's from Harrison.
Okay.
And Pam said she's proud of y'all for being such good helpers to mommy. Okay, now we're caught up.
Okay. So, where do you want to start?
Well, was really, really, really happy when the doctor came in last Friday and told me that we could go home. Not only was it my birthday with all the whole ordeal in the hospital, and I was tired of it, and bed was uncomfortable, and I'm just like, I want to get out of here. I want to go home, rest at the house, see the girls, and then, eat food that I don't have to worry about, all that good stuff. So the pain has not been near as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, not to say I don't have any, but pain's not really as big of an issue as like the muscle tightness, which I knew. I mean, I'm in physical therapy and they cut through all those muscles. So, I mean, but.
Which I think the reason the pain probably hasn't been as bad is because how much pain she was having before.
Yeah.
And so I think that has a lot to do with it.
So the craziest part of all this is the day after surgery, wasn't it? Was it the day after surgery?
What?
Whenever he came in there and asked me how I was doing. I'm talking about my arm.
Yes.
The day after surgery, the next morning, my surgeon walked in and he said, well, how are you doing? And I said, my arm symptoms, they're gone. because I'd had radiating pain and nerve symptoms down my right arm for nearly the last 9 years. And it got very uncomfortable, very painful. And I said, it's gone. And he said, it's too early. I said, well, I don't know, but it's gone. I was like, I can feel my fingers now, because I had a couple of fingers I couldn't feel. I mean, I would drop things all the time. And he was kind of in disbelief that it was so quick. But something else we've noticed just over the last few days, that even though, I'm tired, I'm, exhausted just from any little getting up and movement, I can stay awake now longer than I could. I don't fall asleep at the drop of a hat quite as bad.
Yeah, that was one thing, because even with like having the pain meds, she's still been able to stay awake. So I noticed that pretty quick. Because used to, she could have just gotten up in the morning, like sat down, and then before you know it, she'd be snoring. I mean, just all the time, just falling asleep. And like I said, she still falls asleep some now, but I mean, it's not near like what it was. And I mean, used to, like, if we tried to watch something on TV, no matter, I mean, she'd be asleep before it was over with. And
yeah,
it was just like, whenever I'd let her pick something, I'm just like, I don't know why you even pick, because you're not going to stay awake for it.
Yeah.
But she's able to stay awake now, so. And since she's not able to do anything, we've been catching up on a lot of YouTube and everything else we were behind on.
Yeah. Yeah, because I wasn't able to stay awake for any of YouTube videos. So even some of the ones that he watched, the other day he caught me in here watching something. He was like, we already watched that. I was like, well, you watched it, but I didn't stay awake for that one. So I've been catching up on everybody's stuff here lately.
Kathy said, hi, Grounds family. Great to see you. And then Neil said, hey, guys. Sorry I'm late. Good to see you back, Kimberly.
Thank you. Thank you. Bonnie said, happy belated birthday. Thank you. Mimi said she should have said pop pop.
Yeah, pop pop.
Yeah.
Neil said, speaking of therapy, I see my happiness smile therapy's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a little bit. She's getting sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living life loving. Howdy from Texas, y'all.
Do it.
But ever since we've been back home, everybody's been kind of getting into a routine, and the girls spend a lot of time playing outside. And so they are very, very tired at night.
Yes. Yeah, they're glad school's over. So other than chores and the extra chores, like I said, they spend a lot of time.
I like to ride my bike.
Yes, she loves riding her bike. If we ever get to looking for her, that's what she's at. Do what?
I want to go.
You ready to go to bed? Okay.
You go climb in bed?
You go and put me in bed.
I will. Ouch.
Megs.
No.
Little House in the Country said that's good that you're starting to see positive results from the surgery. Do you need to go to bed too, baby?
Nope.
Patty said, happy to see the family back together. Yes. Izzy Neil said good night.
I might fall asleep right now.
Mama said night night.
I know, Mama.
Kathy said, Abby and Izzy, I bet you're really trying to help Mom being outside. Good night, Izzy Sunshine. Pam, no, I'm not sleeping in a recliner. I am sleeping in the bed with my head elevated some. It's just a little more comfortable that way. Although I'm in the recliner during the day. I'm trying to increase a little bit of standing up and walking and such, because my leg muscles were getting a little bit stiff, and I did not want that to deal with on top of everything else, because there was a couple of days that I could barely move just from inactivity. So started walking around the house when I could, and we're just doing the best we can with it. But I can't turn my head very far at all, either any direction. But they told me it's okay to start neck motions, like side to side or looking up, looking down some, as I tolerate. Oh, she's on the table. but I just have to be very careful about it and not do any jerky movements. But the staples get to come out on next Wednesday. So I'm already ready for that because I know everybody I've ever talked to with staples for different wounds, they always talk about how you could feel them after a little while. And sure enough, I mean, I feel like I've got something on the back of my neck. Pam, no, I will not have in-home PT. I'm actually a physical therapist assistant and I work in an outpatient clinic. So anything I need, then so I can kind of work through and have PTs I work with help me kind of gauge progress and such. Kathy, yes, my face is swollen. Face, neck, back of my head, everything is swollen. Sometimes worse than others. Right now it's pretty swollen because I've been trying to be up some today.
I think I'm fixing to move this around. Everybody hold tight for just a minute. Okay. Since the kids are gone, I'm just trying to get this where it's a little easier to read stuff on here. I don't know where you're at.
Kathy was asking about my face and stuff being swollen. Yeah, it looks like I have a double chin right now just because of how much swelling I do have. And it's crazy because my eustachian tubes are swollen as well. I actually had to go into my PCP the other day because I've been having really bad ringing in my left ear. And he said it's just because they're swollen, so fluid's backing up. So he had to put me on a little steroid and call me in some other medicine to help with that. But he said until the swelling's gone, I may be kind of dealing with that just to be careful with my allergy medicine stuff. Make sure I'm staying up with that, which I started as soon as I got home because allergies in Arkansas are rough right now.
Have you said hi to Lori?
No. Hey, Lori.
And then Deb asked, will they sedate you when they remove the staples? It sounds painful.
They will not, but I will be taking some medication prior to that appointment.
Yeah, she's not even having to go back to the surgeon to remove them. I told them I'd buy a tool off of Amazon because I found some and remove them myself, but
no.
They said that they didn't say no to it, but she said that probably not the best decision. So
yeah,
we're going locally.
Totally kidding. He was totally kidding.
Kind of.
But yeah, I told him no.
If Kimberly would have agreed to it, I'd have done it.
Yep,
I mean, with a little tool, it doesn't look like it's that hard. The fact that they sell them on Amazon, I mean, I figured it'd be an easy thing to do. Save us a trip to having to get them done. Plus, we can make a cool video about it.
No. Your mom said, good thing I was comfortable doing videos now since I was left holding the bag.
Well, she's kind of slow getting around and everything. And
yeah,
Izzy, whenever she's ready to go to bed, she's like, who's going to put me to bed? She didn't want to go on her own. So
I'll walk in there with them some, but I mean, they have to lean up. I can't, pull their covers up or anything. So it just takes me a little bit longer to get around. And if I'm having a dizzy day, which I kind of am today, and then need a little more supervision, but Satin, hello, my dear Kimberly. So happy to see you. A little late coming on. We had a storm here. How are you feeling? Beautiful as always. Thank you. I see baby girls taking care of you. Yes, the girls are sweet and they're good helpers.
Ed asked, are you on any kind of special diet? A seafood diet. She sees food and she eats it.
No.
No. Nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, just her normal dairy and gluten stuff. But well, sorry. Earthquake. But no, normal stuff. I've been doing. I grilled a chicken or smoked a chicken one day. Made pulled pork barbecue.
Izzy made lasagna.
Izzy made lasagna, and then we've had some chicken strips, homemade chicken strips, and pork again tonight with some potatoes. So
yeah,
pretty much just the normal stuff. I mean, it's trying to fix the stuff that's less messy. That way there's less to clean up. Which I did make biscuits the other day.
Yeah.
Because she has to have gluten-free biscuits and she didn't have any. So I made her biscuits and the girls and I ate toast with our stuff. So
I tried to prep the freezer with enough. I went grocery shopping 3 days before surgery. That way I could prep it for at least a short time,
A short time. I'm going to go grocery shopping probably tomorrow.
Yeah. It makes a difference when you're home 3 meals a day.
Yeah, because usually it was just like 1 or occasionally 2. But when we're having breakfast, lunch, and supper, then yeah, it takes a lot of food. Plus a variety to try to not eat the same thing every day. Which last night was easy because we had a fridge clean out. So we had a little bit left over of all the other meals. And so everybody just got to pick and choose, and we cleaned it out so there wasn't a bunch of leftovers to go to waste, and plus got the fridge cleaned out. Kathy says that she agrees with Satin that you look beautiful.
Thank you.
I try to tell her that. She always thinks that when we're going somewhere she has to put on makeup, and I'm like, you look fine without it, but she usually argues with me and puts on some makeup of some sort.
Yeah, I just did not feel up to any of that today, and the hair is just what it is because I'm just trying to keep everything out of the staples, keep it all away so I don't wind up accidentally pulling something, and
That was the other thing. When we went to the doctor the other day, she's like, I need a head wrap because she didn't want everybody to see the staples on the back of her head at the time. I was like, there's already been a ton of people that's seen them. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Connie, I was just trying to get things adjusted because whenever it was all of us here, we needed a wider view, but I didn't like not being able to read the screen, so
yeah,
we downsized when the girls went to their rooms.
Should have just used zip ties.
What?
Lori, she said they should have just used zip ties.
No, I'm not there yet.
Sorry, skipped ahead.
She had 40. Pam had 41 staples.
Yikes! I bet that was a big difference. It's crazy though. I mean, because all these knee patients that I've worked with that have had staples in their knees, they're like, after the first week and a half, they're like, oh, I can really feel those staples. I mean, you don't really know what they mean until you have that. And now it's like, okay, yeah, I have metal in my head and it feels really weird. Feels like just ready to get rid of them.
Plus, you're having to keep yours in for a full 14 days.
Yeah. 3B said, whatever y'all did to make the girls tired, we need some pointers. Our toddler's still going full steam, running around the living room like a chicken.
Ours usually are, but like I said, since I've been home all day, they've been outside a lot.
They also got up at 6:30 this morning because
they woke up.
It was storming and the thunder was rumbling pretty hard, and then crazy blizzard somehow knocked his house around where he couldn't get in it. Was standing on top of it. Kevin went out in the rain to go flip the house around so he could get in it, and then he still stands on top of it.
He stood on top of it and was just barking in the rain, would not go inside it.
He just wanted somebody to come out there and love on him.
Yeah, but no, normally they run around late too, but I don't know, they're wore out because, like I said, it was real muggy today, and they spent a lot of time outside playing. And
Abby was on her bike.
It wears them out. And then Izzy's been running a lot. She said she's trying to get fast for soccer next year because she wants to be faster than the other kids. So there's been lots of times she's just like running. Like Abby will be riding her bicycle and Izzy's running right along with her, trying to keep up. And so it's funny to watch them out in the yard. They'll have races around the pins. So that really wears them out. Oh, it's the zip ties.
Kathy said steroids do make you puffy, but that was such serious surgery. It will get so much better when the staples were removed. Yes.
Yep, gluten-free diet.
Yep. Jen R, first time subbed recently. Hi, you need a telescoping picker-upper tool, typically found in a pharmacy. It's great to have around anyway, but might help you, Kimberly. Izzy has one.
No, we have one because it's not telescoping, but that Harbor Freight, whenever they had the free tools, if you bought something, it was in my truck on the dash. We took it out of there. I don't know. We'll look and find it.
Okay.
Because that would be handy.
helpful,
And if not, we can make a run to Harbor Freight.
You can. The car's not my friend right now.
Yeah. It will be though.
That is a good suggestion. Thank you.
Yep. Yes. Yeah, we've done a lot of stuff in the crock pot. And then I got smart and I had to stop and grab some stuff. So I got the bag liners that go inside the crock pot. So now it's even easier to clean. Because I am not a fan of dishes, but we do what we have to do.
Does my head still throb? Occasionally. Like if I've been up for a while or something, trying to walk around, because like if he's in the kitchen doing dishes, or like when Izzy was making the lasagna, and I mean, just if everybody's up, I'm trying to be up on my feet just because I don't want to get stiff, because those couple days where I didn't move and then I had to spend like a whole day.
It was
gently
funny
stretching the best I could because I can't use my arms to pull on anything to stretch.
Yeah, she was stove up whenever she was.
My hamstrings, my calves.
And I think that's why in the
all my hip
discharge
muscles.
stuff it said to try to walk daily and
I just
filled up to
couldn't.
1 to 2 miles. But at that time, it was right after she couldn't. But she's been walking every day the last 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3 days.
I couldn't stand to walk just because I was, hurting so bad from the stove up muscles. Can't get my words out. Could you turn on the fan?
The one you turned off?
Yes.
She turned it off right before we started. She said she would get cold.
I was cold, and no, I'm not. I'm actually burning up. You're kicked off. That's awful.
Yeah. It's got that rubber washer or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's.
Lynn said, I'm new to your channel, came from Eddie Family Farm. I'm very happy to see that you made it good through surgery. Keep up the good work. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, yeah. Do y'all want to see a cute pillow?
Look how tiny they were.
Yeah.
Those are our favorites. We have another one of them, too.
Yeah, that I'm leaned up against.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, thank you, Mary.
See? Everybody agrees.
Tina said she hopes I'm using that bell a lot.
Too much.
Not too bad.
I was going to mail it to Brandon for Stephanie to use it for a while since she had pulled the muscle, but Kimberly wouldn't give it up.
I was checking on her the other day.
Lori said she smashed the like button. Did you?
Thank you, Lori.
Uh-oh. A very late fee.
For Nick.
Yep.
Deborah, how do you wash your hair if you can't bend? Very creatively. I have to be very careful.
I tape up the back of her head.
Yeah, and I have to. It's funny because we did a little experimenting to figure out how to do it to where I don't run water up under the tape, but I can look down just enough, turn the shower head, it's just high enough. It's perfect height, really. But if I section my hair into 3 areas, I can get the whole front of it up to where the top of the tape is back there. I can't reach there right now. And then I can get this side and I can get this side. But my head has to be kind of tilted. I squat a little bit. I don't know. It's crazy. But then I have to kind of dry all that and pull the tape off and just make sure that I didn't get any water under there. But it's been successful and my hair is clean.
The only problem is she has an allergy
to adhesives.
adhesives. So,
but I don't know exactly which ones. It's just
because
some
like
adhesives.
Band-Aids are terrible. I mean,
Mhm.
her arm will look worse with the Band-Aid from where the
Yeah.
Band-Aid was than whatever she was covering up to begin with. We tried packing tape on one round, and it just wouldn't hold good enough with her hair.
Yeah.
And so then we did duct tape, and she's allergic to the duct tape adhesive.
Yeah.
But it kept the water out.
And if I don't leave it on there super long and all that, then it's not too bad. Because I just leave it on there long enough, and then we very carefully get it all dried up and everything. So, yeah, I'm worn out after shower time just because hair takes a long time. So that doesn't get done every day. Lori's giving him a hard time.
Yeah. I figured I'd be at ball games. Oh, yeah, the short with Rhett.
I haven't seen it yet.
Which there's tons of them.
Oh.
A whole deal about him backing up the trailer, getting fired, negotiating to get rehired, and now he's the manager and just sits back like most supervisors and eats chips and watches other people work.
I've missed a lot of shorts, I guess. I need to go back and watch some shorts because I've been watching long videos.
It's pretty funny. Which it's funny because they're recommending them to me out of order. I've already seen them, but like the one I got today was the negotiations, but I'd already seen that he'd already been rehired, so YouTube's a little out of order.
Mm-hmm. Jen said, Ninja brand air fryer with multiple features like baking grill is so nice. Frozen meats, etc. cook quite fast. You're welcome in the picker-upper.
Yeah, we've got an air fryer. It's not a Ninja brand.
Instant Pot brand.
Instant Pot, yeah.
It's an air fryer oven. It's our second one that we've had. We like the first one so much.
Ed says he likes washing dishes and ironing clothes. He's different than most folks.
It is the craziest thing to not be able to do normal stuff. And I don't like it because, I mean, I can't just go take out the trash or, do all the dishes and bend over and put them in the dishwasher. I mean, it's the little bitty things that are a lot different right now.
Yeah.
Laura said she hates dishes and laundry.
Me too. I don't mind cooking. I just don't like cleaning up afterwards. And so doing it all is not fun at all.
Yeah. Everybody loves the pillow. And they we're beautiful baby girls and beautiful big girls.
Candy said to get some dry shampoo.
It makes my head itch. That's the only thing I don't like about the dry shampoo. I know I'm picky. Like every time I use it.
She gets them out on Wednesday.
2 full weeks.
Yeah. So yeah, the staples will be out on Wednesday of next week. So 6 more days.
Should call the nurse to come to the house to wash my hair since she didn't do any work at the hospital. She's
not welcome here.
Whenever I asked her about, just trying to get some of the gunk out of my hair, because they had to use so many cleansers and things during surgery and all that. She just kind of mumbled like 4 or 5 things that I don't know, and blah blah blah, and then just kind of left the room. And I was like, whatever. And the PCT that was there, she brought me all kinds of dry shampoo and some body wash, and I mean everything that she could find in that hospital on her floor. I mean, she brought it in, and it was, I had towels and all that. I couldn't really do my hair at that point, but still, the sweet nurse in ICU had pulled my hair up into a bun for the first time at 2:00 in the morning one morning, right before I went for a CT.
And that's been her hairdo ever since.
Yeah, it has. Like I said, it's come down and it's been redone, but I try not to do it very much because that is a big effort.
Yeah.
Justin said use Flex Seal tape.
Said go work on a pool, it'll work on you.
I mean,
Kim says, God bless you all.
Thank you. Money Pit Homestead. Hello, guys. So glad you're home, Kimberly, and recovering. You look great. Well, thank you.
Yep.
Getting better every day.
Yep. Air fryer oven is the best.
Yes.
She loves hers.
Yeah.
No, we don't either.
Mm-hmm. I was just glad she didn't come back in the room.
There's Gail from Alabama. How are you?
Lori said then she can do the dishes and take out the trash.
I doubt she would do that either.
Connie said Rhett's really enjoying being manager and Nick really hammer it up, backing up that truck. So, Hubert said, happy to see you doing better.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I was caught up. There's more.
Kit said, you look amazing. Lots of folks have been praying.
Yes, and we appreciate them all.
Mm-hmm. That was...
This one?
Mm-hmm. Pam said, I'm an RN. I'm embarrassed that she calls herself a nurse. Yeah, she was. I'm hoping maybe her supervisor, the nurse that was directly over her at that point, the charge nurse, we did have a chance to talk to her some later after she kind of cooled down, just because she was irritated that we were upset about the whole situation, which didn't make sense to me that the charge nurse would get mad about that ordeal, or that we were upset about the ordeal when my pain was like, it started like at a 7 or so when I called for meds because I knew it would take a little bit. It was like an 8 by the time she got there. It was about a 9, and I'm not one who says 9 lightly, not even 7 lightly. But whenever I was at a 9, and the charge nurse herself had called the doctor to get the emergency order for more pain medication, she finally calmed herself down and then was talking about how she's going to do some re-education. So I'm hoping it works, and I'm hoping she learns some empathy and maybe to stay off her phone.
But that's the problem. That's my whole thing. There's a lot of things you can teach somebody in any job, an employee, but the thing is, you can't teach compassion, empathy, sympathy, anything like that. That's going to be the person's character.
Yeah.
And so that's my whole hang up, that why I think that she may be in the long line of work, because if you're just learning the skills like screwing up on the IV, that's an area that can be corrected. But there's just some things you can't teach people if they just don't have it. And I don't know. I wasn't a fan. But like I said, all the other nurses were great.
Yes.
And the patient care tech that we had that day was really great. She was a hustler.
Yeah, and we made sure whenever the house supervisor came down to talk to us that we personally talked about how amazing she was multiple times, just because, I mean, she was the only one that was even responsive for a little bit there until the charge nurse got involved. And she bent over backwards to make sure we were comfortable.
Mary asked if they said how long it take to fully recover.
I am on restriction until at least June 18th.
That's when we go back for the first post-op follow-up with the surgeon.
Hopefully I can go back to work after that.
But all the restrictions they gave her are through then. We did ask, because we were looking at vacation ideas before this happened, and talked to the nurse about it, and she was saying probably like 3 to 6 months, but before she got like fully cleared, they'd have to do more scans and stuff.
Yeah, make sure everything was all good
after that time period. So fully recovered 3 to 6 months, like fully recovered with no restrictions, 3 to 6 months. But I mean, she's made a great improvement from where she was.
Yeah. And the symptom improvement, I couldn't ask for better at this point.
Tina's telling people to give a thumbs up, and then Lori said, God is good.
Yes, he is.
No. Yeah, no. She just knew she couldn't be fired. And I tried to get them to fire me, and they wouldn't do it because then they knew they had to do all the work. Let's see.
Lena said, continue prayers for speedy recovery. So glad to see you home with your family. Me, yes, I'm glad to be home.
Yes, we're glad that she's home too, and that we're all home too.
Tina said, Nick, just wait till Abby and Izzy watch that short. They'll have negotiation next time. They try sometimes, but they're dealing with the master negotiator here, so they're not going to get a whole lot over on him.
They lose
every time.
Gail says that she agrees. She's a nurse as well, and she feels bad that they treated you that way. It's sad.
Like I said, I just hope that if she stays in that profession, that she can grow and do better. Because people can change.
Yeah.
When can I move around more? It's kind of up to tolerance, but my main restrictions right now are I can feel swelling in the back of my head, and I need to lay down and put some ice on it or something. And then dizziness. Dizziness is a big restrictor, but some of that, it's hard to tell what's actually from the fact that they messed with my cerebellum or because my ears are plugged up. So I'm hoping maybe once my ears unclog some more, then I can really tell what my balance is like.
Yeah.
I'm just working within what feels comfortable right now. And
we just don't let her wander off by herself.
Yeah, I don't do that. And I don't do steps by myself or anything like that at all. Because I can't look down enough to see my feet.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hopefully Brandon didn't work you too hard today. Okay. Kit. Your ordeal sounds so much like what we faced at Arkansas Children's Hospital with my son when he had brain surgery for cancer. I don't know how these people live with themselves. I hate that because, like I said, usually children's, is pretty good, but especially nurses that are dealing with children during that time, they really need to have it together. Like I said, that's why a lot of times I think places, which I know there's a shortage in everything right now of workers, but they should hire more for culture rather than, you can teach people skills, but you can't. You got to build a good culture to keep the other ones around, because when you have one bad apple and then there's other nurses or whatever employees have to take up the slack of that one, it brings everybody down. So
yeah, I better go to the restroom.
Good.
No.
Okay. I'll entertain for a minute. She's got furniture and walls to get her there. Plus, she's been feeling pretty good today. Okay. Let's see. Oh, sorry, it jumped. Susan says Kimberly looks wonderful. We'll wait for her to get back for that one. One Scott says, when my mom was in the hospital years ago, I got a nurse fired off the floor for lack of care. Yeah, I don't think that they were. She was there the next day, so I know that she didn't get fired right then or even done anything with, but she was in an RN residency program, which I looked it up, and on that hospital, it showed it's a program they have for newly graduated nurses. That it's kind of like a field training program, I guess, so that they're there, and I guess they should have supervision while they're doing that to make sure they're doing right, which nobody ever came in with her until we had issues, and then that's when the charge nurse came in with her. So I don't really know what exactly the rest is, but it says that they rotate through all the shifts and all the different things to learn the different skills that they need to know, which, like I said, she was lacking quite a bit there, even on the simple IV part, but I guess that's neither here nor there now. But Susan said you look wonderful and that our family is awesome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Get back again. The worst part.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. Money Pit Homestead said she's definitely in the wrong line of work because being on her phone when she could have been calming your worries. Yeah, and the other biggest thing that got me was whenever there was an issue, instead of her coming in and dealing with it herself, she sent the tech in there. And like I said, that's what I had to tell the tech. I was like, look, my frustrations are not at you. You're just the messenger they sent. And so I was like, don't take any of these us being upset is toward you because you've been doing a great job. But I was like, that nurse needs to come in here and talk to her patient. It's not your job to come in here and give bad news about the medication that should have been given, because medication's nothing to do with her.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, that nurse is probably getting paid double, if not more, than what the patient care tech is. And she's sending her to do the dirty work. And I was just like, it's not right.
No.
Stephanie said, you're rocking that cowboy shirt.
Yep. These shirts are some of the most comfortable ones to wear right now because I can't have anything that's too stiff to rub across those staples. So
yeah, y'all are gonna have to get some new designs though, because we're always wearing the same shirts all the time. And I tried to look at some other channels in order, but none of them had my size. So it seems like that's a popular size, and so if I can't have it, she can't either.
No, whatever. Debbie said cornstarch works as a dry shampoo. Then if you can't brush through it or lightly rub a dry towel or washcloth on your head or light blow through, I'd worry about the tape not sticking well after.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, Carol said that she's worked in healthcare for 40 years and seen a lot of bad attitudes.
Oh, yeah.
And we know they're out there, but like I said, the majority of the times that we've had any dents has been great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, all the other nurses there were, and then whenever she had her hysterectomy at the end of 2022,
yeah,
they were all, we didn't have any issues there either.
I know even though like in the therapy field, I mean, I've seen since I've done PRN in several places. I mean, there's a lot of great people, but then there's a lot of them too that are very negative now that weren't just a few years back. And I mean, I don't know. It's sad though to see the shift. Living life loving.
What do you need?
Rocking the cowboy shirt today also.
No. Probably the last, I'll say, bad experience we had, and it wasn't with nurses in general. It was pretty much just the facility, and at the time was it 2015 when you had meningitis?
Yes.
2015 when she had meningitis. That's probably the last time we had a bad experience.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the ER and she was having issues and they weren't doing good. And luckily we're friends with our doctor. And so nothing was getting done. They had us shoved kind of like in a little corner room. I mean, it wasn't even an actual room, and they were trying to figure out what all was going on. So he finally was like, just leave AMA and come to another hospital where I have privileges. And he said, I'll be over there to take care of you.
He had a room set up. He had nurses waiting. And
it was like a 20-minute drive, so it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. But yeah, that was crazy.
And the thing was, I mean, it was the hospital we went to was a smaller hospital than one we were at. So, but they stayed pretty busy too where they're at. But that's the only time we really had issues was that. But like I said, that was just in general, not like with a specific nurse or anything. It was just like not necessarily poor care, but I don't know if they were just way too busy or what, but it just wasn't working out. But that's the only other time that we've had any bad experiences. But he was able to fix that by, like I said, we left because they tried to get her to transfer by ambulance. And it was like there was no point in that because there was nothing like that was going to happen from the drive from one place to the other to that. And so, like I said, we had to leave AMA on that one.
Well, I don't think they counted it because they called and got a report.
Okay.
So, but it was about to be AMA because they were trying to argue that we didn't need to, but in the same breath telling us, well, we're not going to have a room because we have elective surgeries today.
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry guys, I mean, I couldn't sit up because my head was hurting so badly.
She was doubled up in a ball.
Yeah.
I mean, she couldn't even stand up straight. It was so bad.
And they did a spinal tap without any sedation. 2. No, that was the first. The second one I had sedation for. That was months later.
I thought they did 2 there because the first one
No, he He did the first one and determined that our doctor's diagnosis was correct.
Okay.
But he didn't.
It's
He
been a long
refused to
time.
sedate for it.
Oh.
Did you see Dean had asked how old we thought the nurse was? She was real young.
Where was that at? I don't see that. Is that not farther down?
It was after the cowboy shirt thing. Money Pit said that.
I don't have that one. Oh well, it doesn't matter. But
next comment down.
Okay. Yeah. No, yeah, so I don't know how, but she was fairly young.
I would say early 20s.
Maybe mid.
Debbie said with the cornstarch, you could apply it with a clean brush, blush brush, or other brush. That's an interesting idea. Dean said you should not be able to have fun with that job, at least not be able to play on it. I agree.
And my thing is, I mean, if it's slow and nothing's going on, like I said, the phone wasn't really that big of an issue if nobody had needed her. But if you won't drop your phone to go do what you need to do, that's where I had the problem. But like I said, if they just want to go up there and play on their phones, if nothing's going on and everybody's taken care of, then I could care less.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's whenever you specifically go and ask them to come, and that's all they're doing, and then you wait and they still don't come. That's when the issue.
Yeah. Stephanie said he got called out.
Okay.
Just got home from the splash pad.
Yeah, I talked to him since then, but I didn't realize that you were still gone. I think you were supposed to be home when he got there so he could put you to work. That's not his words, those are mine. So don't be hating on him for it.
Vance said, hey, y'all, praying for a quick recovery.
Thank you. Oh, getting behind again. I was so good. Okay, let's see.
Daughters of Outdoor with the Morgan YouTube had the surgery I was telling you about, and they both have recovered wonderfully.
Yeah, I still haven't had time. Well, I'm not going to say I didn't have time. I haven't taken the time to look at that yet, but...
And I didn't think anything about it.
Yeah. Okay. It was horrible. They kept pressuring us for his organs such months before he passed. The whole nurse ordeal, but bad food, bad nutrition mix. Oh, that's terrible.
That is awful.
I mean, I get the whole thing with, needing organ donors, but that's, y'all were going through enough that's the last thing y'all need to be worrying about. That's terrible.
Hate that.
Yeah.
Neil said, sorry guys, I have to get up early for an unwanted but required visitor. Hugs for Kimberly. Good night all. I hope I can get to sleep this early.
Alrighty. Well, good night, Neil. Thanks for stopping in.
Kid, they wound up going to Whole Foods for things for him to eat.
Yeah, I went to On the Border for her something to eat.
Yeah.
For that lunch. But like I said, after that, they had gotten stuff, and then finally we got out of there.
Yeah.
That was the main thing.
And Mom went shopping too, so.
Yeah, her mom had brought back a bunch of snacks as well to get her through. But yeah, because initially before we started the surgery, she's only supposed to be there 2 days after the surgery, or 2 nights. And that's all the pre-auth on the insurance had shown too. But then he came in and had said it was probably going to be 3, and that meant she wasn't going to get to go home on her birthday. And so when a lot of the whole IV ordeal went down, I'd gone to buy her birthday cake because I thought we were going to be there all day on her birthday. So I figured, well, at least we could have a cake there. But turns out she got to go ahead and go home. And so the kids got to enjoy the cake too. You're rocking the table.
Hey, go to bed, baby. Go to bed.
Do you need something? What do you not know?
Go lay down.
Hey, move. Let your hands off the table. You're rocking it. Okay, what do you need? I'll be right back. You can maintain.
Let's see. Kathy said the phone problem is in every situation of nursing. I worked as a nurse in nursing homes. In between nurses and assistants, their phone was glued in their hands and ears. Yeah, I've seen that a lot. Kim said, there's no recovery like recovery at home. God definitely has answered prayers. Now we continue to pray for a speedy recovery. Being a nurse myself for 40 years, I'm sorry for the one bad manner nurse. Yes, and there were so many other good ones, though, that definitely made the stay a lot better. So that was very fortunate. Abby said, good to see Kimberly. Prayers for speedy recovery. Thank you. Stephanie said, my first nurse when I was having Leighton was rude and hurt me worse. Brandon got her fired, but it was their last straw with her. That's awful, especially when you're going through that kind of thing too. Pam said, in 50 years of nursing, I've seen it all, but I'm proud of my record. Even if a patient was not nice, they're still the patient. You hold your tongue and be professional.
That's the other pillow.
Yeah, his mom got those done for us a few years back, and I'm really thankful for it.
A lot of years back.
Lynn said I would have told her to put her phone up before you do it for her. Jan said,
I tried to stay calm and nice even
Yes.
whenever I was talking.
yeah, well,
Because even whenever I told the nurse that, I did tell her she was doing a poor job. And then the charge nurse was like, that was inappropriate. And I was like, no, the care we're getting here is inappropriate. But like I said, I stayed calm during it.
yeah. Between him and my mom, I was really proud of both of them that they did, because I was in pretty bad pain at that point, and I just didn't feel like battling anybody, but they were definitely taking good care of me.
I don't know where you're at.
Jan said, my grandfather's CNA has only worked for 4 months, already has had 3 patients wanting her to go home with her. Empathy is very important. Yes. Stephanie said, I know this. This is a Brandon rant. LOL. Granddaughter. Gotcha. Kathy said, Pam Francis, amen, sister nurse. The patient always comes first. Ed said, what is your size, Kevin?
I like a 2X. I can wear an XL, but I prefer a 2X. Because then after they're dried a few times, they still feel good.
Deborah said, when you're in the hospital, you need some tender loving care. Jen said, there's no telling why people take medical jobs and some reasons don't work. Clinical assistant once told me he did the work for the money but wanted to be in film. Thankfully, he was a good CA. Yeah.
And that's probably a lot, because with everything that happened a few years ago, they got the pay up pretty good and sign on bonuses and stuff. And so
yeah,
I'm sure a lot of people went into it for the money without really thinking
how hard it is.
Because it's a lot of hard work, and it doesn't matter how much they pay. If your heart's not in it, that's not something that you're going to be good at, because, like I said, it takes a lot, I can imagine.
Meg said, I'm fortunate with all my hospital stays. The nurses and CNAs have been wonderful. That's amazing.
Good.
Stephanie said, you should see Brandon when his wife is hurting and someone's hurting her even worse. I fell in love again. Aww. And you laugh.
Because I can see it.
Living life living, working sick or hurting people has got to be the hardest job. I pray before entering health facilities. Huh. There's Cassie. Said, good to see him. Good to see me.
I'm one behind you.
Okay. So you're getting there.
I'm glad you were happy to see me too.
Kathy said, it's hard, but it was the greatest thing I could have done. Just call me a helicopter nurse. Guess I hovered too much.
Cassie, is Mazzy still there? Because we can make the other happen if she is. Because she's still up. She just went to start calming down.
Oh, she just told Mazzy that I had surgery and she was really worried. Showed her I was doing okay though. Well, good.
Abs.
Yep.
Come here.
Doing a little bit better every day. Wish they can see you.
Mazzy is sad not to see Abby, so get over here so she can see you.
Hi.
Okay. She's seeing you. Yeah, we change things up. Are you up too now?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to say hi to Mazzy? No?
Why don't you go lay back down, Ez? You're very sleepy.
If you're just gonna hang around.
Kit said, "Thank you guys. Y'all are amazing to listen to others while you're going through difficulty."
This is
Well, I mean, as much as we've gone through, it's still nothing compared to what a lot of other people go through.
Okay.
Truly.
I just have to squeeze in. I'm not setting all that back up again.
Jen said, because of the business of bleeding organs, it's been said best to not put yourself down as a donor on your driver's license, etc. They work fast, is the hint. Kit said, beautiful pillows and beautiful girls.
And I know that that's true. And it doesn't matter if it's on your license or not. Because I know with us, if it's something where it looks like somebody might not make it in a crash, we have to call and notify the place that then calls and talks to the families and tries to convince them to be organ donors, which is a pretty rough thing. I know it helps a lot of people, but like I said, at that time, it's not when people want to be making that decision. So, no, yeah, that's yes.
Lori said nurses should be held to higher standards and be paid higher wages.
Yep.
Lori, I can wear a small, but everyone else prefer I wear 2X.
Oh, me. That's funny.
Kathy said, you have to be your own advocate now unless you get some spirited nurses.
Yeah, and like I said, the ICU nurses were great. And like I said, even some of the other ones, but it was just, I guess the care, which I know ICU is supposed to be, I mean, it's a lot more because of what it is, but it was just, I don't know, it was just crazy. It was like a really big shock from one end of the hall to the other. I guess we were different floors.
My ICU nurse helped me. I guess that was my first technical sponge bath. She helped me. The nurse herself helped me, get a clean gown. She was the one who brushed my hair and pulled it up into a bun for me. I mean, the nurse herself, not the aide, the nurse. And I mean, I don't expect that from a nurse because I mean they've got a lot of other things to do with, especially in ICU patients with higher medical needs than what I was having. But I mean, just having several like that during the whole time were lifesavers. I mean, the one who came and got me from the waiting room to go prep me for surgery.
Oh yeah.
She called my name and I went up to her and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm a little nervous." And she grabbed my arm and put her arm around me and she's like, "Honey, this is going to be fine." And she walked with me all the way to... She was a hoot. Yeah, she was great. Yes. She was amazing. I mean, she gave me a hug and I mean, it was... Even whenever I was talking, she was the one that would call me different times on stuff and she was good. Yeah, I loved her. Yes. Carol said they had a nurse that was brushing her teeth in a clean patient room and housekeeping had to keep re-cleaning the room. Oh. Let's see. Living life, loving, which is worse, dealing with a mother or a husband. LOL, my husband was always loud in the hospital. Dean said, "There's your crazy chicken lady." Mom said, "Good night, guys. I'll check on you tomorrow. Love you guys. Kimberly, get some rest." I will. You went to bed. Okay, that's what she said. Oh, here's Cowboy Short. Pam said, "Yes, Kathy, been on that side too. Always was my own advocate, even when a nurse was rude or incorrect." Peggy said, "I'm late to the party, but wow, it's so good to see you both doing so well." Yep, thanks for stopping in. Tina said, "Hi, Abby." And Cassie said, "Mazzie's waving." And Tina said, behind. "Hi, Izzy." Oh, Cowboy Short. He's in Hawaii at Pearl Harbor. Oh, wow. I saw where the bookstore was going to be closed, but it didn't say you were leaving town. Oh, that's when he was talking about going on vacation. Yeah. When we were there. Yes. The vacation time finally hit. Nice. Huh? Someday. He said, "Howdy, girls." You should have went with him. Lori said,
He could have
Cassie,
packed you in a saddlebag.
Lori said, Cassie, what's your recent obsession with the time?
Cowboys have saddlebags on their horses.
He said saddle pad.
Saddlebag.
I mean a saddle pad.
They're all
Cassie
comparing
said hi,
notes.
Izzy.
Comparing notes.
It's too late. She's not talking.
But she won't go to bed.
I'm trying to get Connie.
When my turn goes, I plan to take my organs with me. Kit said, when my son went in for dehydration, they jumped his steroids from 2 milligrams a day to 16 milligrams a day and several pain meds, which dropped his blood pressure. A nurse came in and sat there like a hawk, telling me he would. Oh, it wouldn't make it, and bugged her for his organs. I said nothing but prayed in the spirit, and she got up and left. My son walked out on his own 4 days later. Wow.
Where is that?
It's further down. You'll see in a minute.
So have you already done this?
Yeah, I read the top and the bottom part. It's crazy.
Oh.
That's wild.
Okay.
Power of prayer. Lena said, my brother's in CCU with a heart attack and septic pneumonia. Nurse told the family he was having breathing
That's the
treatment.
one I was on. You said you'd already read.
Oh, no. Every 4 hours. And respiratory said none had been ordered. Oh, wow.
It's crazy. You'd think with all the technology we have now,
They'd get it together.
it'd work a little better.
Mm-hmm. Cassie said they're only an hour behind us now. It was
Yeah.
2 hours.
I'm on Trinity River Homestead.
Yes, we're together. We're on the same one now.
Okay.
Hi, I've just discovered your channel. Did you mention what surgery you had? I just had a Chiari decompression in February. Healing prayers to you.
Mhm.
Same thing.
Yep. That's what she had, but hers was,
A week ago.
yeah, a week ago
week and a
Wednesday.
day. Yeah.
Yep, 8 days.
Prayers for you as well. Hopefully you've recovered nicely.
We're hopeful.
Yes. Stephanie said, Brandon and I are going to be packing some shirts, listening but not texting.
Y'all ought to be about sold out by now. Let's see.
Thunderblue got a mirror.
Oh, there's more prior people there. Oh, yeah.
She was talking at the auction.
Yeah.
Yep. Jessica said, better be glad your brother wasn't there. I actually made the statement that it was a good thing, even though there was 2 of them and they were already mad, that it was a good thing Justin wasn't there too, and all 3 of them upset and about the whole situation because, yeah. He's a force too. Clara said, welcome home. Glad to see you with family. Please know if this is too much, cut it short. Yeah, we're just staying
She's
on
got
for
a
a little bit.
secret hand signal
Yeah.
when it's time to go.
I'm doing okay right now. Although this part of the living room is decidedly warmer than
And
the other
it
half of it,
shouldn't
and I
be
don't
because
understand.
the vent blows right against this wall.
Yeah. I just don't know why it's so much warmer over here.
Aussie cool.
Good day, everyone. And I hope you're feeling better, Kimberly, after that fiasco at the hospital with the food. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, they're getting close to being out of shirts.
I'm not there yet. Okay. It must be out of order on there from here.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Small town tumor is gone. Oh, okay. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Getting close.
Dean says he's tired.
Let's see. Okay.
I thought when I heard it looked like a zipper, it was familiar. I'm healing pretty well. It's definitely an up and down roller coaster, but I can laugh without pain and feel my hands and feet. Awesome.
Good.
Cowboy Short said, let's see if I can find the Okies. It's not a big island.
That'll be easy to spot.
Don't know how funny it is they're there at the same time. 3B's still there, just been listening. Secret hand signal is it a thumbs up.
Interesting.
Yeah, Tina said Abby's eyes are closing by the second.
Yeah, she's about out.
Yeah. Cassie said, girls, you're getting sleepy. Very, very sleepy.
Yeah, why don't you go to bed? Go. Easy. I've already tucked you in twice.
Peggy was asking Dean if the guineas wore him out today. Three B said, Cowboy Short, you should be able to spot Okies pretty easy, as Okies stick out in a place like that. Tina said, and she's out.
Yep.
Okay, done cutting strawberries. I can type again.
Let's see.
But Daddy, three's a charm.
Yeah. Deb said I just recently subbed. I had no idea your names. Oh, okay. Colton and Brooke.
Yeah, that's
3B.
Cassie is asking if it was Zoe or Nick cutting strawberries. Either way, I want some.
Yeah, we had some good strawberries. Holland Bottom is a farm that's over in Cabot, and they always have good strawberries, and that's what we went and bought this year and made a bunch of jam up. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bill said, hi, everyone. How are you doing?
Hey, Bill, how are you?
We're hanging in there.
Yep. Okay, let's see.
Everybody's asking the walkers how theirs is going.
Yeah, looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, Reba said she was born and raised in Cabot.
Oh, okay.
Good night, Kit.
Well, then she knows all about the Holland Bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's one.
Kathy said, so glad you're doing better. My 26-year-old daughter had back surgery a few months ago, and she couldn't get her back wet where the stitches were. After 2 weeks of no washing, we took her to the hair salon, and they washed it quick and took her home to air dry.
Dean, you need some faster internet. Strawberries are a good snack. What's even better is strawberry shortcake.
That is good.
Okay. Has first complaint about the Guinea Palace today. Was it a guinea complaining?
He said his internet's pretty fast. He's just got so many things running on it at the same time.
Oh, okay. Dinner. Supper. I know Lori claims that she's from Arkansas, but she uses all the wrong terms. I don't believe it. Let's see.
Your dad says.
Dinner is lunch, is what he says.
Okay.
She's saying dinner is supper, or that supper is dinner. Yeah, she's saying supper is dinner, but it's not. Just like she says brush hog instead of bush hog.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely not from Arkansas.
Jen said, I started with Hidden Heights. Have been collecting more and more homesteaders. Eddie and Stephanie's channel and Dutch, Arms, Walker. I've lost track. Now I see even more. Don't wear out here, Kimberly. Yeah, I am good right now.
If I can wear her out, maybe she'll sleep past 6 something in the morning.
It would be fantastic, but that's another lovely side effect is I wake up at 6 o'clock now and I'm wide awake.
And I'm wondering if it's just because she's actually getting rested now.
Yeah, well, yes and no, because it's not very comfortable. I wake up several times a night to readjust because the staple's digging in my head, which means I'm healing. So I can't really be upset about that. But it's really hard for me to sleep on my back. But that's what they say to do. I have been rolling onto my side some for short periods, but that's not always the most comfortable either.
It's going horizontal. He's got a busy weekend coming up, his birthday fishing trip, and checking out a stock car race. Well, enjoy your fishing trip. Hopefully you'll catch a bunch.
Happy early birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
Cassie said bush hog is a brand.
It's also an action. You take your bush hog and you go out and bush hog with it.
Nick said, thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, that was on his as we were.
Yeah, I remember
the big discussion.
Bill said lunch is lunch, dinner is dinner, supper is supper.
I use lunch and dinner interchangeably. Probably lunch more so now.
I was say you don't say dinner around here.
Well, we usually just don't have dinner because it's lunch. Because it's like a lunch break. That's why. But we don't use dinner for supper.
No.
It's breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Yeah.
But whenever I was growing up, it was breakfast, dinner, and supper.
And see, I've never used anything except lunch for lunch.
At least you finally admit you were wrong about something.
I don't admit that at all. Kathy said she'd fight that fight with Lori. Reba said breakfast, dinner, and supper.
Yeah, that's what it was when
that's what a lot of people around here say.
But like I said, I say lunch now mainly just because of lunch breaks.
Just like Coke is a brand.
Nope. Coke is a soda.
Cassie said, y'all need English lessons from me?
I did have a comment on our video that asked, because I said, I'm fixing to, and they were like, what does that mean? And I was like, it's a Southern term for I'm about to. And they were from Ireland. So it made more sense because I was like, are they making fun of my Southernness or what? But it was funny after that. So, but yeah, so we got lots of good terms. But no, it's not soda or a pop or anything like that. It is a Coke. Because then you're like, what kind of Coke would you like? I would like a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Nick said he knew Cassie was going to go there.
Oh, there's Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
She said, you look so amazing.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
Starting to feel better every day.
Yes, she definitely is.
Dean said, at least I didn't wake up from surgery speaking a different language.
That is true.
That would have been wild.
Yes.
Lori said her dad was born and raised in North Little Rock. Mom was born and raised in Fort Smith. I lived in Van Buren from age 5 to 17, then moved to Fort Smith until I was in my 20s, early 30s, and then moved to Fayetteville.
Well, Fayetteville's where you went wrong. That's up north.
Lori said, go Hogs. Cassie, I bought a John Deere. Really, what brand? Kubota, said nobody.
Oh, me.
This is great, guys.
It doesn't work that way. But with Cokes, it does.
Connie said it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Late night is a snack.
There you go.
Dean said you bush hog with it. That's why they named it bush hog.
There you go.
Lori said brush hogging is the action you do with the bush hog brand brush hog. That's a mouthful.
Yes.
Cassie, can I get a Coke? Yes. What kind? A Pepsi, says people who don't know correct English.
No, because Pepsis don't even count. That's why when you ask for a Coke and they're like, Pepsi, be like, no, you might as well just bring me tea, because no.
Aussie Cool said, it does not matter what you say as long as you get to eat. Agreed. Lori, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
See, you were close. You were almost there. All you had to do is say breakfast, lunch, and supper, and you'd have passed the test.
Money Pit Homestead, I'm so glad you're feeling better. It's going to be so weird for you not to have the headache every day. I know.
Yeah.
It's already crazy. I mean, like I said, muscle tightness and soreness, unreal at times, but I know that part will go away. So
Yeah, that's the good part, is like now the pain she's having, there
No,
should be an end to it eventually. With the other, whenever we were just where we didn't know, she was just like to the point, almost defeated, like she's just got to live with that for the rest of her life. So I was like, no, we've just got to keep on trying. Because we gave up for a while.
yeah.
Because every one of them, it was just a bad ordeal. And I was finally, again, 'cause she was hurting really bad, I was like, just go try again. We'll try a new one. I was like, maybe we'll, even if we have to try something out of state somewhere. But luckily, maybe this one worked. Yep. Jamie even says breakfast, dinner, and supper. Yep. Yeah, like I said, that's what, growing up, that's what we always said. But now it's lunch.
Jen said, "Oh, I'm in Central Texas. Tornadoes dipping down into Texas more and more. Oh, goodness. I'm praying for you guys."
Yeah, we were in a tornado warning a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
Didn't have a clue about it because it wasn't rain or anything here. And then my mom texts, she goes, "Are you watching the weather?" I'm like, "No." I'm thinking, why would I be? I mean, it's calm. She's like, "We're in a tornado warning."
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get our local channel to work. Then I realized because we had the wrong subscription on our internet TV, but
You got that fixed.
luckily it disappeared before it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if it actually was. It was a radar indicated tornado. I don't think that, I never heard
It was
anything
never
touching
anything
down.
confirmed or touched down. Just a hook. Dean said, "What do you do when you want to have brunch?"
You don't. If it's that close to lunchtime, I like lunch better than breakfast. You just wait till lunch.
This is truth.
Yeah, if it's close to lunch and I have the choice to eat breakfast or lunch, I'm gonna be like, let's hold out and wait till they start serving lunch because I would rather have lunch food.
3B said breakfast, dinner, and supper too.
See, okay.
He said Cassie's gone hoity-toity on us.
Yeah.
Bill said dinner and supper are the same thing. Dinner is more formal than supper.
Mm,
Yeah, I can see that. I've used that before. Like that. Rossi Cool says breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And Bill said it's pop, i.e. soda pop. Coke is a brand. That is technically true, yeah.
So much controversy here.
Samantha said, "Hi guys, how are you doing? First time on your live. I recently subbed to your channel.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for joining us."
Yep. It's usually not this controversial over whether it's dinner or supper or Coke or soda or pop, but
Or bush hog or brush hog.
yeah. But tonight's one of those kind of nights.
Brooks says, "I say things wrong all the time. My answer is always, hey, I can talk how I want as long as I can write it correctly when I send a letter." I mean, that's a good technicality there.
Yes.
Cassie said, "My dad says bush hog also and dinner for supper. He's lived in Northeast Oklahoma his whole life. Not sure who taught him wrong."
He just didn't teach you right. That's the problem.
Meg said, "I grew up with being breakfast, lunch, and supper / dinner."
Oh, see, they're a house divided too. She says bush hog, Lester says brush hog.
Ah.
As long as he can admit that he's wrong.
You're terrible. Jen said, "It's just time to eat."
Yeah.
Living life loving. I say dinner's at 6, and when I have the food on the table, I call it, "Y'all come on, supper's on the table."
That's funny.
I think I've done that.
Do y'all do snackage? I guess not.
Snacks, yeah. Breakfast, lunch, brunch, dinner, late night snack. That's what Satin said.
Oh, I missed that. Okay, yeah.
And Cassie said, "I was going to say must be the men who are wrong, but then reread it." Dean said, "Yeah, I was watching the cows graze and it reminded me I needed to go eat."
Supper sounds so foreign.
Lori said, "Because it is." Dean said, "Growing up, we used to just say, 'Where's the food?'"
Let's.
Robert Media. Good evening, Kevin and Kimberly. Wishing you a speedy and successful recovery.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, for those that came on late, the last few days we've gone out and she's gone on some walks up and down the driveway, which it's a long driveway, so a couple of trips up and down is pretty good. Plus, there's a hill coming up, so she gets her workout in on that.
Yeah.
But on her discharge stuff, it said that for her to work up to walking 1 to 2 miles.
Yeah.
I'm guessing before the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when that was for, or did it have a time limit? I don't know, but we're just saying it's by then. Which
everything on there was up until the 18th. So.
She used to run in 5Ks and half marathons and all that good stuff. So
kind of gone by the wayside just because, but I'd still been riding a bike and walking and stuff on the treadmill for a while. So.
Yeah, the jarring of the running was causing more issues
symptoms
with that, so that's why she had to quit with that and go to the other means. But
maybe that I can do it again though at some point, depending on what he says.
Nick or Zoe likes that Jamie's more country than Lester. Yeah, see, if your dad says it right, where did you go wrong?
Cassie said, "Okay, I googled it. Looks like we should be calling it a rotary cutter."
Can't go wrong with that.
And Lori said, "Come and dine. The master calleth, come and dine." And Jamie said, "Do not tell Lester."
Okay.
Bossy Cool said, "Dessert's my favorite meal. I would like to have it all the time, but I need to eat my air-fried veggies."
Yes. Veggies are good. I love veggies. That's one thing I love about the garden time is all the fresh vegetables, but with everything that's been going on, we're way behind. But we'll still get there. But it's just way behind. It says we're stirring the pot tonight.
I'm Callie. It's dinner. I'm from San Diego.
Okay.
Carol said, "Hi from Wisconsin. Hello."
Hey. It is pretty neat, though. It's crazy, like, such small terms, depending on where you're from. Like, even a lot of us that are in, like, a closer area, the difference that everybody calls everything. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I would get it different parts of the country, but Cassie said she snacks from sun up to sundown. So do the girls.
Yeah.
We can just get done. They'll just finish lunch or supper and be like, "Can we have a snack?" And I'm like, "No, just have more of the supper or lunch food."
Right, but they want a snack.
They live to snack.
Yeah. Nick said, "Kevin sounds a lot like one of our lives. How many things are we saying wrong?"
We're not saying anything wrong. Y'all are.
Oh, my word. Lori said, "Snackage, just multiple snacks on hand for a late night, staying up for a movie or storms, etc."
We don't stay up for storms. Like, well, I guess if it's really bad and we're still awake, but other than that, like I said, I sleep.
Yeah, so people sleep straight through.
I don't have the notifications on or anything. Like, I can sleep through a storm, but like if I'm on nights and she's on days and she has to get up early, like she wakes me up every morning.
Just turn on the light in the bathroom. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's just like the light, like around the crack of the door, you can barely see, but it wakes me up. And that's one thing. If I wake up and like we have blackout curtains, but if I ever see daylight, I'm done. I'm up then. I just doesn't matter how early it is, I just can't go back to sleep.
Tina said this is such a great live tonight. Denise said, "I'm from Alabama. We call it breakfast, dinner, and supper."
I can live with that.
Connie said, "Do y'all have Cracker Barrel there? They have lovely Benny biscuit. It tastes wonderful. I love it for breakfast."
We do have a Cracker Barrel, but with her gluten intolerance, no Benny biscuits for her.
Yep.
But the girls and I still eat. Because that was funny. We were on the day before, the night before she was going to have surgery, we went to Saltgrass Steakhouse, have one final meal, and then she had to order the gluten-free stuff, and then they didn't bring any bread. And I was like, "Do y'all have any bread?" And I guess they were having a shortage or something, but he's like, "We've got some." He goes, "I just didn't know." So I was like, "She's gluten-free, but we're not." And so her mom and I had some bread, which
it looked good. It smelled good.
Yeah. It's not
It
as
doesn't bother
good
me,
as
though.
Outback's. Outback's bread is way better than theirs, but it's still better than no bread.
Jamie said, as I got older and realized the rest of the world said dinner, I changed to cook or eat supper at home and go out to dinner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Living life living. I never miss a meal. I have a late breakfast so I can get lunch too. No brunch for me. How are the girls doing with all this?
They're actually doing pretty good.
They're very big helpers.
Yes, which they've always been big helpers, because sometimes I have to be like, you're being too helpful, but it's usually in a joking way, because they want to be in the middle of everything. And so, I mean, as they get older and they actually can do more, it's helped. Like whenever they were small, I would still let them, but like I said, sometimes it makes me more work than their help was. But no, they've been great. They've been splitting, doing laundry. Izzy helped cook some.
She was so proud too.
Chores outside, they've been jumping on those. A lot of times they've been doing it without even having to be told or asked.
Mm-hmm.
And then they always want to, whenever we're going out for her walks, they always want to go on those. I mean, they just want to be right there in the middle of everything. And so they've been handling it pretty well. And like I said, they've
stepped up,
picked up and have done really well.
Abby thinks dishes are fun. Izzy thinks anything cooking, helping in the kitchen's fun. So, and she likes folding laundry, where Abby doesn't really care for it. So they balance each other out really well.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Cassie said, I think we need a Catching Up with the Walkers live. Cassie Goes Rogue edition tomorrow to settle the disputes.
I think that would be awesome.
Jamie asked if I'd caved into wearing a muumuu. I did after my surgery. I'm hooked. LOL, have no shame.
I tried and she would not.
I haven't caved to that. I did get some pajamas that had a buttons down the front, just because it was easier than putting on a t-shirt, which now I'm wearing t-shirts a little bit better. But
because I tried because we went to Walmart the night before also to buy some other stuff, and I was like, you may need something else. So I was pointing out, and she's like, she said, I'm not going to. But she did finally sell some pajamas, but she didn't like those either, the ones I picked out. She's like, I don't think so. But then I was like,
which I was glad I didn't
trying to get a shirt over your head or something. And so since it was buttoned and kind of loose, she went with it. So I was glad she finally decided to. But no, she wouldn't do the muumuu.
Nora said hello from Nebraska. Prayers your recovery continues to go well.
Thank you so much.
Everybody's saying Cassie should.
Yeah.
Living life loving. What do you do if you didn't walk 1 to 2 miles before surgery? I'm assuming there were some different instructions for depending on your activity level, but they found out what my job was and my activity level beforehand too. So
yeah, I'm not really sure, because I don't know how they would know if you were or not, because I doubt they're going to put you through a test when you go.
No. LG Lori. A whole bunch of suggestions. Your dad, I cut bushes with my bush hog, never backed it up over a brush pile. Aussie cool, what's a muumuu?
Kind of like a nightgown.
Yep. Cassie fell in love with muumuus 12 years ago when she had Ranger. Best ever.
Peggy said that Dad had perfect logic.
Lori said I snack from sun up till sundown too. That's how I can fit in those small shirts.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm. Dean said the walkers are stuck in the bottom of the Grand Canyon. No Cracker Barrel here in San Diego. I think there is in parts of the state.
Yeah, I don't know how far they're or where all they are. I know they're a bunch here.
I agree. Fix breakfast and eat a little bit until lunch, eat parts until dinner.
That works too.
Have fun chatting and so happy you're home where you can heal. Hope everyone here has a wonderful evening. Good night, Lisa.
Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah. Carolyn Lancaster said we always said supper. My sister moved to Florida and now she says dinner. I've never heard the word brush hog until I watched YouTubers from Oklahoma.
But I bet you had heard bush hog.
And they're explaining what a moo is. Lori, I don't have enough time in the day to talk about all the things I say correctly and others don't.
Oh.
How's the puppy? But it's growing fast. Oh, he is.
Yes.
So fast. Yeah, I don't.
And he eats a lot.
I can't really be out there around him too much because we've been working on teaching him not to jump, but he still jumps up on the girls to give them loves. I mean, he's basically giving them a bear hug.
Plus, it's not even that he jumps; he'll just plow into you when he comes running up to you. I mean, he's just a big
put on the brakes.
Yeah, sweeties can be, but I mean, he's getting big.
Yeah,
quick.
He's still got those little puppy legs, though. I mean, they're moving a mile a minute, but he's not really going anywhere. Where are you at?
LG, but I'm going to Living Life Loving.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call
the little cotton?
It's not cotton swabs, I'll tell you that. It's Q-tips. Call them Q-tips, whether they're the off-brand or the Q-tip brand. They're Q-tips. When we go somewhere, I'm like, did you pack the Q-tips?
See, I'm different in that though, because I'll say Q-tips around here, but I typically call them cotton swabs.
And you can be wrong too.
Clara asked if I've checked my temp. No, I have not.
She is not. Oh, okay. See, she says it right. Cassie says Q-tips.
Oh.
There.
Brandon said all they have there is Mexican restaurants. I'm talking about Cracker Barrel.
Oh, that's here too. Like we've got one town that at one time it's like a town of how big?
I guess there's two now.
There's three. There was four at one time.
Yeah.
Plus a food truck that was.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, we need something else. But which I love Mexican food. I could eat it all the time.
Stephanie said I'm okay with that too. Yeah. Yeah. We had that discussion because we both like Mexican food a lot.
I don't know how far behind I am, man. 9:49. Oh, I'll catch up.
Lori said she's got to go to bed, but look how late she stayed up.
Yes, you almost made it to 10 o'clock. We're very proud.
Cassie said that she made it longer than Lori. Carolyn Lancaster, yes, we always said bush hog. Took me a minute to figure out what a brush hog was.
Yeah. We still haven't figured out what a brush hog is.
Aussie, cool. When he jumps, just say no and turn sideways. He'll get the message. Yes. Been working on that. Dean said, don't let him eat too much. 2 cups per meal. Cotton tips in Australia. That's what they call them.
Cotton tips. Okay. I'll give him that.
Dean said, Cassie knows how to save chicken. Cassie said, one time I bought Q-tips at Dollar General and Gary was so mad, but even though $1 he refused to throw them away. I thought all Q-tips were equal, but nope.
No, you have to get the real brand. Do we get is the Equate brand okay? Or is
no, you don't like the Equate brand.
I'm the same way. So, yeah. So I was thinking there was one other brand, but yeah, the others, they just bend or break. Yeah, terrible.
The Equate ones didn't bother me, but now the Dollar General brand, yeah.
Because there's some that have like a plastic stick, and those are really bad because, I mean, you can't really, I know you're not supposed to use them for that, but you can't really get down there and get what you need to with them. So, KFC. I love fried chicken.
I used to like KFC. Yeah, we got good taste. Look at our men.
Yeah, y'all do.
Cassie said there were over 500 who used every one of them and complained the whole time.
Uh,
Pam said, "Good night, guys. So glad to see Kimberly doing so well. Prayers and positive vibes continue. Thank you very much."
yes, thanks so much.
3B said, "Or the cotton comes off."
Yeah.
And Cassie said, "He gave me a lecture that day. 3 things you don't go off brand on."
Oh, wait, let's see. Okay.
1, Q-tips. 2, cream cheese. And I can't remember the other now.
Probably toilet paper.
See, cream cheese doesn't bother him because all we use is off-brand. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if it does,
Which
then
it's,
small potatoes.
well, I will
compared to
say
things.
it is different because whenever used to make the cream cheese cherry cheesecakes, the off-brand was always chunkier and not as creamy as the Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's true.
It always had little chunks in it of the
Mhm.
cheese, which it was fine because the cherries covered it up. But so
It's been
it
different than what I've
was
been using though.
it was smoother when it was the name brand. I will say that. But toilet paper is a big one for me.
Yeah.
Oh, and paper towel, which there
Yeah.
are some paper towels. Like I like the Bounty style paper towels, but Sam's Club has an off brand of paper towels that are pretty close, and I can use those. But I just like the feel of Bounty ones.
My daughter wouldn't eat potatoes or let me clean her ears. I told her potatoes would grow in her ears if I didn't clean them. She called swabs ear potato sticks.
That's funny.
Susie said hello from Illinois. Hello. Kathy asked if we've done those candle earwax removers. In the past, yes.
I think only once.
I've done them a bunch.
I mean that I have, but
Yeah.
that was because of you. Like
Yeah.
I never had before.
It's pretty cool how those work. Ears itch, so we all use Q-tips. Dean said, "Have you noticed how some brands don't have hardly any cotton on them?"
Yes, that's true too.
Mm-hmm. Cassie said, "Off-brand cream cheese just don't mix right."
Yep, that could be it.
Which we don't do a lot of cream cheese here because of dairy being a big thing for all of us. 3 out of 4 of us.
Yeah, Members Mark. Yep, those are the ones. Yes.
Isabel said, "Ought to be Philadelphia." I have Great Value cream cheese whipped. I will get Philly brand again. Megs, I just spent another $1 and buy the Q-tip brand at Walmart. It's worth it to me.
Yes, me too.
Cassie, we get Members Mark almost everything but 1 Q-tips, 2 cream cheese, and whatever the third was.
Yeah. Like I said, we go off brand on a lot of things, but like I said, there's whenever we drank a lot of coffee, we'd get Members Mark coffee some, but since we don't drink that much, what we have now is Folgers, but
yeah,
I could drink Members Mark. It's not really a big deal.
3B said we use the paper towels and TP that's Members Mark from Sam's. Sam's saved us a lot of money. Yep.
Yeah, it's okay on the toilet paper, but
I don't mind it. That's what we have at work.
Yeah. Okay, Joan says, "Kimberly, you look great. Such a blessing and answer to prayer that you're doing so well. God is good and you are a trooper."
Thank you, and yes, he is.
Yep. Yeah, she's doing really well. Like I said, she just needs to get rid of this fluid on her ears and get her balance back.
Yeah. That will be wonderful. And these staples out of my head.
Yes. No metal detectors for her. Because there's a bunch.
Yeah, it's just wild to me how many they put in such a small space.
Which I knew there was a bunch but the other day I was like, I know there's a bunch, but we finally counted them the other day. And like I said, there was 28.
Yeah, and I've been having him take pictures and show me so I can compare them along the way. Because I can't see back there to see how my incision's looking, but I want to keep an eye on it and everything. So, which I mean, he's been looking at it for me, but that's still one of the things I like to do is look at it and see how it changes, because it's changed just in the last 3 or 4 days, looking more healed up and everything.
Oh yeah, it's looking really good now. No, only if she's sitting beside you, Stephanie. Thing can't stand about Charmin after everybody squeezes it.
Jean said Folgers or Maxwell House Walmart brand on many things.
Oh, they gotta have Living Life Loving has to have name brand ketchup.
Oh,
Oh, we can eat any ketchup.
yeah.
There are some that do taste better than others, but I can eat any of them.
We're stocked up on ketchup for a really long time though, after having the childcare business, because they had me buy lots and lots of ketchup before we closed, and we had a surplus that I brought home because I wasn't just going to let it sit there and expire.
We were going to try Costco once whenever we were buying for our business, but I got a cartload up there and they wouldn't take American Express, and that's what the business card was. So I got a refund for our membership and we went back to Sam's. But I didn't see a whole lot of difference. There was some stuff that they have that was different, but I don't know that it would have been enough to make a difference.
Yeah.
Because we were so used to Sam's.
Peggy said, I caught my local Walmart price gouging.
Everybody's price gouging.
Well, it's crazy though,
Inflation.
like when we've been on vacation and then been here and then checked the prices at different Walmarts when we've been able to cook on vacation and stuff, just how much stuff costs here versus other places. 3B asked if Dean was one of them that squeezes the Charmin.
You'd be sitting on her left side.
Kim D said, from California, just joined your channel at 5 a.m. today. Kimberly, how's your pain level doing? Prayers for you all. Pain level is actually doing really well. Slight headache right now. I took some Tylenol earlier, but not bad. Not bad at all. Mostly muscle tightness and soreness. And I can definitely put up with that. It's a lot better than the constant migraine that I had for like 2 or 3 weeks leading up to the actual surgery.
Yeah.
Because the last few weeks was really, really intense. I don't know what that was about. If it was just things worsening or maybe stress on top of it, knowing it was fixing to happen. But I'm really, really glad so far that I've had the surgery done.
Yep. Let's just hope it stays that way. There's Rainy Ridge. Says, howdy, y'all.
Hello.
How are y'all? My mother always told me she had eyes in the back of her head. Sometimes I really believed her. I may convince the girls that that's what we had installed where her zipper is back there. And then, was it Abby or is Abby? Was talking about, wouldn't it be really neat if we all really did have zippers in the back of our head and they were locked and only doctors could unlock them to operate on us? And I was like, well, it kind of is, but it's like scalpel's the key.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny because she was just talking about that if it really was a zipper, how neat that would be.
Yeah, she likes to think about things like that. Has to be Best Foods Mayo. Might be Hellman's in your area.
Yeah, Hellman's is a big one here, which we just do. If we don't eat a whole lot of, she doesn't like mayonnaise, and so we usually do like the salad dressing, Miracle Whip, but the off-brand, whatever's cheap.
Yeah. Living Life Loving, use that ketchup and meatloaf.
We haven't had meatloaf in a while.
Yeah, because you kind of lost your taste for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's true.
Dean said it's hard not to squeeze the Charmin.
Kirkland toilet paper. Oh, those Kleenexes are Kirkland.
Oh, those
we got
amazing.
from Carolyn.
Yeah.
The Kirkland Kleenexes are probably the nicest Kleenexes that we've used. So I can imagine that their TP is great also. Rainy Ridge said they're still keeping you in their prayers.
Thank you so much. Living Life Loving said, welcome, Kim D.
Yep.
Cassie said, BRB.
Deb said, great live. See y'all soon. All right. Have a good night.
Good night. Steph said, we do Miracle Whip. I knew I liked you for something.
Yep. That's us. Like I said, I can eat regular mayonnaise, but usually I prefer just Miracle Whip. Kimberly, I want to say you're doing absolutely wonderful, my dear. You're doing absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Lots of people only do Miracle Whip.
Mm-hmm. They do Duke's mayo.
I've heard of that, but I don't know if that's even around here.
Yes, but only certain places.
Okay, because I don't know that I've ever had it.
Because I had a coupon for that one time. So I actually, and then I just happened to see it on the shelf because, I don't know. I just noticed it, I guess, whenever I'd seen the coupon.
Yeah.
We're caught up.
Yep.
First time for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of, I'm already getting stir crazy being inside because I don't do sitting around. I don't do, not moving very much at all.
Yeah.
Not being able to go and do whatever I want to do with, keep the house up and all that. And then do the chores and go see the animals. When I walked outside the first time, the little goats came running over to the fence, and I was happy to see them, and I talked to them all, even though I don't want to get in there with them until things are completely healed up, because I don't want to get knocked over or anything like that, since my balance isn't great. But
Good night, Reba.
good night. A bunch of people use Dukes.
Yep.
Yeah, Tina said it. Look, I was going to say, look at you all caught up in the chat.
Yeah. But yeah, that's been the hardest thing too, because I was like, it's nice being off to help and stuff, but I'm just like, if we were like off sometime, like just trying to get stuff done, we'd get so much done if we were both off at the same time.
Yeah.
For an extended period. But like I said, she's down at least until the 18th, and even if she gets released in, it's going to be a while before she can be built up to back to normal. So we still don't know what restrictions there'll be after she goes on that. So
because right now the lifting is limited to 10 pounds, but about anything that I would gauge around 5 pounds is comfortable for me right now, if I'm picking anything up, just because anything more than that just seems like it strains, or 5 pounds puts a bit of a strain, and not on my head, but it feels hard to do. Yeah. So it's crazy though, because I was lifting feed sacks and stuff the week before surgery, so
won't be any of that for a while.
No,
because like I said, even if all the restrictions are released, in after being 5 weeks not doing that, it's going to take you a while to build back up.
Yeah.
And so, especially since 10 pounds is the limit.
Yeah.
But like I said,
Dean said, listen to your body. It'll tell you what not to do. That's the truth.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of funny because like the way our chairs are in here, she can't turn her head, so I can like be looking at her and she won't have a clue, and then she's like having to turn her whole body to look, and it's been pretty funny though.
But I've kind of got a sixth sense. I'm like, why are you staring? Or he'll just be looking to see how long it takes me to notice that he's staring.
Oh, Joan's having a knee replacement on the 11th.
Oh, wow. Be praying for you.
Yeah, hopefully that goes well for you. Get you some relief.
All of my patients that have had them in the last 6 months or so, the technology and advancements are wonderful. Brandon said, I figure he'll be outside mowing next week.
She needs to be.
Whatever.
Picking up the slack.
The only thing he should be picking up is the remote. Just rest.
She's not allowed to pick up the remote because she picks bad stuff. Like,
whatever.
You know good and well, whenever we'll like in the past. We haven't done it in a long time because we usually are watching
Oh
YouTube.
yeah.
But when she picks up the remote to surf, and she'll be like, "Oh, let's try this." Whenever we're just looking,
If it's a movie, it's gonna stink if I
like
pick
we'll
it.
watch like on Hulu or something like that, like some of their like B movies, like the low budget stuff, just because I mean they're kind of funny. But usually you can go through and you can find a decent one. She'll find one, or even if it's not one of those, just rate, and it'll be like the worst thing. And I finally was like,
Yeah.
I was like, "You don't get to pick anymore." She goes, "I don't want to pick anymore."
Yeah.
Because it can look good, but then we'll get to I'm like, this is the worst thing ever. But so usually she doesn't do a whole lot of remote work.
Yeah. Peggy said you can lift a feed sack one seed at a time. That's about what it
There you
feels
go.
like.
A scoop at a time.
Isabel,
I'm glad you thought about that.
not a scoop at a time. That's not
Yeah.
what she meant.
A scoop is less than 10 pounds. So you
Mhm.
can move feed sacks just by the scoop.
Isabel asked what kind of work I do. I'm a physical therapist assistant at an outpatient clinic, which means I don't actually have to lift and pull and tug on people. I do have to do manual therapy sometimes with shoulders and knees and stuff. So my boss has told me that whenever I'm cleared to come back to work, all the PTs and tech can take on the manual stuff as long as I feel good to come back. He'll let me come back because it's a small clinic and
You also have to be careful though, because like if somebody like was to lose their balance, you
Yes.
don't need to be the one there to catch
yeah,
them.
no, he's already told me that I'm not going to have any of those for a long time. Which those, for some reason, a lot of those wound up being some of mine because they're my older people that loved me.
Candy's got to go.
Good night, Candy. And
So
thank you
she's
for the
still
prayers.
Dean said Peggy's replacing Neil.
Didn't know why the all caps happened. And nobody can replace Neil, is what Peggy said.
Nope.
John said, thank you so much. I'm kind of anxious, but looking forward to getting it behind me. Now, I'm not going to lie, the first few weeks are probably not going to be your favorite, but they will pass. And after about 3 or 4 weeks from the people that I've been working on in the last few months, they've really started to feel a lot better after a few weeks. One person I had right before surgery, 2 weeks in, and they were like, oh, wow, this is so much better because they've been dealing with so much pain for so long.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that matters a lot with a lot of this stuff. Is if you've been dealing with pain a lot before, then the pain of the surgery, you get over it pretty quick because at least that's short term.
Yeah. Meg said, you just need to take it easy, follow instructions. It seem hard, but you'll get there eventually. Had to recover from several surgeries. You'll be back to normal before you know it. Yep. I'm following those to the T because I don't want anything to be a setback.
We'll skip that comment. Well, I'm back 5 pounds is a strain, but I push myself often. I have 50 pounds of chicken feed and 30 pounds of wild bird seed to get off the front porch tomorrow.
Be careful.
Yep. You may have to do it one scoop at a time.
Brooke and Colton both looked at each other and laughed. Definitely something they do with the TV.
Yeah.
Watch my soaps daily, or Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, Young and Restless, 50 years. Yep, they've been keeping on going, haven't they?
I know. I'm surprised. Like Days of Our Lives. I remember that whenever I was a kid. Most stuff does not last that long.
Connie said, good night. I was up early today for me. It's been fun hanging out with you tonight.
Yep. Thank you so much. We're going to wrap it up here pretty quick, too. So.
And I watch all those fun family farms. It's Eddie's fault. Steph said that was not nice, little Kevin. Nick said, oh no, Stephanie went there.
Yes, she did.
Days is on Peacock now. Okay. Moving on up.
Oh, yeah, because that's like channel 4K RK.
Joan said, I didn't know you're a physical therapist. I'll be starting therapy 2 days after surgery. The surgeon said I should be okay in 6 weeks. Been in a brace and on a cane for months. Yeah, you'll probably be getting a lot of relief then. Having that much of an issue beforehand. It may take a little bit to build up your muscles, but yeah, the starting early like that is definitely the best outcomes.
Tina asked how the peacocks are getting along with the others. Pretty good, but we'll have a video about that coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you went around being kicked off and got on with Facebook. So it worked out. I'm glad you were able to, because I don't know what I did that night, but it got you.
Isabel said, thanks, guys.
Barnabas Collins was a vampire. That was probably before your time. Probably so, because I don't have a clue.
Yeah. Jean said, I met many of the soap actors at events going to LA.
Oh, interesting.
That is interesting.
Oh, Tina says hi again, Abby.
Hello.
Yeah. She said, sounds good, thanks.
Satin was saying, speaking of movies, just finished all 50 episodes of Yellowstone starring Kevin Costner.
We've never watched that.
Mm-mm.
I've heard people say it was good, but I just never have.
I watched soaps when I was a stay-at-home mom raising my 4 girls. There's 4 years and 8 months between my first and fourth.
Oh, Satin, Peggy was wanting to know where you watched that, or what you watched that on.
I got a loose tooth.
You have a loose tooth?
Yeah, right here. Okay.
Hang on. Or the back one? Let me feel.
Tina said we need some fireworks tonight, Abby.
Do we want to pull it on a live?
No.
Maybe next week?
Nick said, night, guys. Glad you're feeling better. Kimberly, lots of prayers went up for you. Yes, and I really appreciated those. Cheryl said, I just got home from work. Glad to see you doing so well. I'll catch the replay.
Oops.
Jen said, I'm talking about Dean. Oh, Dark Shadows, 3 p.m. Monday through Friday, late 60s.
Yeah, that was before our time. I need a haircut.
Yeah. He just hasn't been going anywhere since he's been staying here with me.
Yeah.
Meg said, Dean, I remember watching the original Dark Shadows as a kid. I thought it was rather boring. Didn't appreciate the finer points till I was an adult. Okay, so I'm saying it's on Paramount, and I think on Peacock as well.
Okay.
Yellowstone. Good night, Brooke and Colton. Thank you for the prayers. Appreciate that.
Yep. I think we're going to wrap it up. Like I said, we weren't expecting to stay on this long, but
Yeah. Felt
time
okay
flies when you're having fun.
Yep. And like I said, not feeling too bad right now. So Loma said I hopped on to say hi. I love you all so much.
Yep. Well, yep.
So glad you
made it before we got off, but we're
Yeah.
fixing to go now.
Yeah.
Hope you're feeling better too.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, like I said, we're going to get off here and get some rest, and we'll keep checking in with y'all, and we'll catch y'all next time. Appreciate y'all stopping by.
Bye, guys.
Bye.